Welcome to Accelerate My Practice. So glad you could join us here today. Today we wanted to come to you from the Mayan Riviera. There's so much history here, there's so much culture here, there's so many great options and opportunities here that we wanted to bring you guys a personal welcome here as part of one of our shows so you could be thinking about how you could do stuff with your team. I love thinking about the Mayan Riviera culture, the Mayan culture, I guess. The oldest culture in the world. There's so much history here, there's so much culture that they hang on to. You know, we went and walked through a cave yesterday that's, I don't know, millions of years old and got to hear amazing stories. What kind of a culture do you have in your practice? Are you even bothering to cultivate and create a culture in your practice, or are you just kind of bumping through life? And not that either one's right or wrong, but when you all sat through the presentation and I talked about a transaction or experience, every one of you said, we're an experience, or we want to be an experience. Are you living it? Because you come here and there's an experience, whether it's the Mayan culture, whether it's here at a beautiful resort like this, there's an amazing culture here. Are you cultivating it with your practice?
And what are you doing in those steps? Are you thinking, how do we do that? Well, we always teach, begin with the end in mind. What is it you want it to look like? Does your end in mind look what it looks like behind us on the beach with palm trees? Work backwards and reverse engineer how you're going to get there, step by step by step. It takes that first step.
You know, and she's absolutely right. What is the culture? What is the business? What is your family life, your personal life? What do you want it to look like? Beginning with the end in mind. Is it taking 2 vacations a year? Is it one with a team trip? Is it two with just the family and one with just your wife? What does that look like? And then if you reverse engineer that back to make sure you can pay for this, what do the economics look like? Do you have the profitability in your business to do all of those beautiful, amazing things and pay for your retirement and pay down your debt? Have you thought all of this through and have a plan to accomplish all of it? You may or may not have. And that's what's interesting to me whenever I sit and meet with people, is people always say, I want more, I want more, I want more. And they're not thinking about how they can pay for it. They're not thinking about what more means. They're not thinking about what that experience will bring to your team, to your patients. Does bringing your team here change the experience for your patients? My guess is yes. We had a client out of Idaho a few years ago who did just that, brought his entire team down here based on a plan in place. If we hit this goal, they all came down here. And it was an amazing trip for all of them, to where they got to see history. They got to see this history, ironically, and have this whole big master plan of what they wanted to accomplish in their business lives, their personal lives, as a family. Because you all are family together. You spend more time together than you do apart. What are you doing about it?
And team members and doctor, if you're thinking, wow, I really want to be where they are, get with your coach and say, hey, here's what we want, doc, can we do this? And how do we do it? And your coach will walk you through those steps. That's what we do. So at the end of the show, meet with your coach, ask her those questions. Hey, this is what we want. We want the Mayan Riviera. No, we want a ski trip here. No, we want monthly bonus. Whatever you want, the question for you, team members, what are you willing to do to get there along with your doctor? How can you do this as a team?
You know, I love it when the team comes to the business owner saying, hey, we want to do this. We have an idea even. You know, one thing that'll drive any business owner nuts is when team members, sorry, it's all sweaty here, it's a beautiful day, is when team members just come complaining, wanting stuff, but not coming with solutions in mind. So team members, my advice to you is you can have anything you want, but come to your doctor with an idea in mind as to how to justify it, how to afford it, how to pay for it, how to grow the business profitability to where you can accomplish that. Because if all you do is sit there complaining, wanting something, you'll probably be uninvited from the team and replaced with somebody who's got the drive and the ambition to go start it on their own. You know, if you've seen the first movement piece that we did some time ago, it takes that first person, the lone nut as they say, to start a movement. It takes the second person to follow and the third and fourth to get the momentum going. So the question for all of you is, what are you doing to create momentum in your practice? Are you just sitting back going, hey doc, I want a raise. I've been here for 12 years, where's my raise? Versus, hey doc, I'd really love a raise and I have a plan to get one. Here's my 3-point plan. I know it's basic, I couldn't come up with 5, that's okay. But I came up with 3 ideas as to how I could impact the revenue of this practice and the profitability of the practice, so I could get a raise, I could get a trip. I could maybe even take my family to the Mayan Riviera with the office. So now it's a big extended family trip instead of just a work trip. Because the challenge you'll have with that is you might love each other and want a vacation together, but you might not want to leave your children at home. But now if all of a sudden you have the profitability to bring your families down here, this is an amazing resort, an amazing family resort. It has a whole water park you can go play in with your kids. I can't wait to do it next because it's warm. And how much fun would it be for everybody to come down here and make some magic moments with your children, with your employees, with your co-workers, with your spouse, with everybody. And doctor, how good would it feel to have created that? How much loyalty would you put in place by creating that? It can all be done. It just takes some planning, some creativity, and thinking outside the box. You all got tripped up by me with a little box thing on purpose. Think outside the box. You can do it. Think of how you felt when you were in our program. You were dancing around, having fun. I mean, you went to the CE course, double-fisted coffee, probably put Kahlua in it so you could survive the day. And next thing you know, the Kahlua sets in and you're dancing. And maybe you didn't actually have Kahlua in your coffee, but you had that much fun anyway. Why can't you do that every day?
Yep. And team members, if you're thinking, wow, I really want all that, but how much more do I have to work? You'd be amazed on how AMP does this. So again, get with your coach. It's small incremental pieces that you don't feel. You master them, you do another one. You master that, you do another one. You will not be doing more work. You'll be doing work differently. Get to your goals. Tell her what you want. Tell your coach.
Not that it won't feel like more work at first when you're learning it, but it will not take long before it does not feel like more work, where it just feels different. It's like when you first started working in a mirror. It was hard to work in a mirror. Everything was backwards and bizarre, and now you don't even think twice about it. There's no reason everything we're suggesting can't be just like working in a mirror. It just changes stuff. Anything else you want to say?
Nope, we're going to go to the water flumes because it's hot, so get your plan so you can join us.
Thanks for joining us here. Hope you had a great day. Hopefully you want to come join us sometime, and we'll see you next week, 8 o'clock Mountain, 10 o'clock Eastern. Have a wonderful day. What if you could have the practice of your dreams? What's holding you back? Imagine a life where you have everything you ever wanted.